Good morning, Fort St. John Alliance Church. It's Friday, just in case you need to orient yourself and know what day of the week it is. It is Friday, and we've had a little bit of rain, but I see the sun shining through. So we will take both the rain and the sun this morning. But I just want to direct us to Psalm chapter 1, and I'm just going to read that real quick for us. Blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, or stand in the way of sinners, or sit in the seat of mockers. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and on his law he meditates day and night. He is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever he does prospers. Not so the wicked. They are like chaff that the wind blows away. Therefore the wicked will not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteous. For the Lord watches over the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked will perish. And this morning I was listening to a podcast, and the author was referencing somebody really smart that he had heard say something to the effect that up until a little over 100 years ago, the average speed of life went no faster than 3 miles an hour. And partly that has shifted because of the advance in technology and automobile transportation, flight, all that kind of stuff that has factored into it. But we can also know, we know from experience that life goes faster than that just because it's life, and not necessarily just transportation wise, but we feel that rush, that constant, gotta do, gotta go, gotta be, all these things. And what was so unique for me when I was reading this psalm in the Bible, and then I heard this quote, I'm like, oh, there's a connection point there. And one of the things that kind of came to my mind is one of the prayer initiative goals that we have right now for our April, May, June block at church. And it is that we're praying for that at least 50 of us would find that we have gone deeper in our devotional practices, and that we've just grown in that. And what an opportunity for that to happen. And when we no longer travel quite the speed that we normally do because of the slowdown with staying home, but also what an opportunity to step away from the chaos and the noise. Because right now there is still noise, and we still have a choice to step away from that. There's constant barrage of news and media and social media, and people wanting to sell you stuff that's on sale for the pandemic price of whatever. And there's just such a rush, even with people who want to connect over Zoom or FaceTime or phone calls. There's still a rush in that way. And so I still believe that God's giving us an opportunity to make choices and make wise choices in this, but also to want to desire to delight in his law, as it says. I love that word, delight, but his delight is in the law of the Lord. And I want that to be what defines me, and I'm sure it's what you want to define you as well, because I really don't want the alternative. I really don't want it to be said of me that they're like chaff that the wind blows away. I don't want to be known as that. I want to be known as somebody who is rooted richly in the law and the love of the Lord, that I meditate on it day and night. And that's what I just feel that call, that challenge, that yearning right now to step away from even the busyness in my home, because there's tension in that as well. Just the busyness of having everybody around. And maybe that's not your experience. Maybe you're pressing in right now is the loneliness. That could be very much what you have to step away from in order to get time with the Lord, is the pressure of being all by yourself, because we all have that little bit unique spin on where we're at right now. But I just want to encourage us today to take advantage of the time we have. Take advantage of what God has called us to in this season. He has gifted us. He has gifted us with a slow pace that doesn't cause us to run out the door all the time. For a lot of us, we're staying home. Our mornings are slower. Our rhythm of even getting ready for the day has changed. Even though for those of us with kids, there's a little bit of intensity right now with schooling them at home. But we do have an opportunity to even set the example for our kids and for our family and for those around us, that we want to delight in the law of the Lord, and we want to meditate on it day and night. And so this is the time, this is the invitation from God right now to do that, to not become blown away like the chaff, just swayed back and forth and whatever comes, to step away from the busyness and the noise of life, and to come sit with him and be with him, and have him just help us to grow deep roots, that whenever this is over, whenever this is all done and the chaos has shifted, right? It'll be shifting chaos back to whatever our normal looks like. I really feel he wants us to be firmly rooted in him. And what an opportunity to do so at this time. So I pray that something there connects with you today. I would love to hear if you already have some rhythms of devotional practices that you're maybe diving in deeper right now. Maybe you're longing to figure out, what does that even mean? Maybe devotional practice is something that's such a crazy, obscure thing. Maybe you've never heard the words before. So I would encourage you, don't hesitate to reach out. Put a comment below, put a question below, or at the very least, email us at the church, and we would love to walk with you through that new practice, that new maybe rhythm you want to establish during this time. We would love to just help you go deeper in that way and to spend time with the Lord each and every day. So blessings to you on this Friday. Go enjoy your day. Enjoy what God has for you. And until next time, have a great day.